Elizabeth Blackwell was a British physician notable as the first woman to receive a medical degree in the United States and the first woman on the medical register of the General Medical Council. Blackwell played an important role in both the United States and the United Kingdom as a social awareness and moral reformer and pioneered in promoting education for women in medicine. Her contributions remain celebrated with the Elizabeth Blackwell Medal, awarded annually to a woman who has made significant contributions to the promotion of women in medicine. Elizabeth was born on February 3, 1821 in Bristol, England, to Samuel Blackwell, who was a sugar refiner, and his wife Hannah Blackwell. She had two older siblings, Anna and Marianne, who would eventually have 6 younger siblings, Samuel, Henry, Emily, who was also the second woman in the U.S. to get a medical degree, Sarah Ellen, John, and George. Blackwell was initially uninterested in a career in medicine, especially after a school teacher brought in a bull's eye to use as a teaching tool for studying the anatomy and enabling vision. Blackwell's interest in medicine was sparked after a friend fell ill and remarked that, had a female doctor cared for her, she might not have suffered so much. Blackwell began applying to medical schools and immediately began to endure the prejudice against her sex that would persist throughout her career. She was rejected from all 12 medical schools she applied to except for one, Geneva Medical College, which is now currently known as Norton College of Medicine at State University of New York Upstate Medical University. The dean and faculty usually responsible for evaluating an applicant for matriculation were not able to make a decision due to the special nature of Blackwell's case, aka her being a woman. They put the issue up to a vote by the 150 male students of the class with the stipulation that if one student objected, Blackwell would be turned away. The young men voted unanimously to accept her. Thus, in 1847, Blackwell became the first woman to attend medical school in the United States. On January 23, 1849, Blackwell became the first woman to achieve a medical degree in the United States. The local press reported her graduation favorably, and when the dean, Dr. Charles Lee, conferred her degree, he stood up and he bowed to her. In April 1849, Blackwell made the decision to continue her studies in Europe. She visited a few hospitals in Britain and then headed to Paris. Her experience there was similar to her experience in America. She was rejected by many hospitals because of her sex. In June, Blackwell enrolled at La Maternité, a lying-in hospital under the condition that she could be treated as a student wife, not a physician. She made the acquaintance of Hippolyte Brought, a young resident physician at La Maternité. She gained much medical experience and was mentoring and training. By the end of the year, Paul Dubois, the foremost obstetrician in his day, had voiced his opinion that she would make the best obstetrician in the United States, male or female. On November 4, 1849, when Blackwell was treating an infant with an eye infection, she accidentally squirted some contaminated fluid into her own eye and contracted the infection. She lost sight in her left eye, requiring its surgical extraction, leaving her without hope of becoming a surgeon. After a period of recovery, she enrolled at St. Bartholomew's Hospital in London in 1850. Blackwell eventually returned to New York City in 1851 with the hope of establishing her own practice. Blackwell founded the New York Infirmary for Women and Children with her sister Emily Blackwell in 1857. Women served on the Board of Trustees, on the Executive Committee, and as attending physicians. The institution accepted both in- and outpatients and served as a nurses' training facility. The patient load doubled in the second year. Elizabeth died on May 31, 1910, and she now has a bronze statue in the campus of the former Geneva Medical College.